Everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Notando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. Happy 2024, we are here. So today I'm doing the annual 30 questions you should ask yourself at the end of each year. Yes. So yeah, let's get into the video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in. Please don't forget to like the video. If you're new here and you don't know the concept, 3 years ago, I found an article that had a list of questions you should ask yourself at the end of each year going into the new year. So I've been doing that since I bumped into that article, so since 2020 I think. So today is our third year of doing the same thing. Last year I actually did a vision board. Usually I also do a vision board review to see if it worked or it didn't work, but when I was looking at that vision board, it was so vague. Last year, to be honest, I just wanted to recover from 2022 because I'd been through so much. But yeah, I just put random things. I put career. I wasn't specific, so there was nothing to review. I put career, I put travel, I put hobbies, I put saving money, I put the usual stuff, but I wasn't really specific about what I wanted. So I felt like doing a review would be so generic and not in detail. This year I found a new way of doing vision boards, so I'm going to do a vision board this year that will be a bit more detailed and a bit more in-depth, like a bit more specific, just to see what happens at the end of the year. Yeah, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, anyway, let me get into the questions. 30 questions you should ask yourself each year. Let's go. Number 1, what did you do last year that you have never done before? So last year I went to a new country. I traveled to Thailand. I had never done that before, so that's the first thing that I did. The second thing was that I shifted my electrical experience into the mining sector. So I'm a QS at mining now. That was also a new aspect for me, so that's what I did that I had never done before. Number 2, did you keep your New Year's resolutions? Last year, like I said, I don't have clear resolutions. Last year was literally about recuperating. I thought I was going to take another career break, honestly. Like I was ready. I was even trying to find like small jobs to do, freelancing, work that isn't that hectic for the brain. I just wanted to take a break, but then God and life had a different plan. I would say I kept to my resolution, even though last year was just like a free year. Do what you want to do what you need to do, girl. That's what I did last year. What was your biggest achievements? My biggest achievements last year was staying sane, number 1. Number 2, accepting change with so much grace. Like I rolled with what with what life was giving me. Didn't have any expectations. I was very adaptable to whatever change came my way. I would say that was my biggest achievement. What was your biggest failure? It's not really a failure, but I'll call it a lack, something that I didn't do. I didn't have a clear vision for the year. Maybe that's why accepting change was so easy and feels like an achievement. What was the biggest thing you bought? So the biggest thing I bought last year was an inverter. Living in South Africa with load shedding, I barely feel the repercussions or the downside of load shedding. So I'd say buying an inverter, like as soon as the power goes off, it kicks in. It doesn't even do that break that happens when you're at the office where it goes like shh, and the screens go off and then it clicks in again. So installing an inverter that powers the lights, the TV and the plugs, best investment I have ever made in my life. What song will remind you of last year? The song that will remind me of last year is ding 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 ding. Plan by Tuxin. That was a good song, and I remember listening to it. I hear it bits and pieces here on people's stories, but when I listened to it with my earphones on, I was just like, yo, it hits here, close to the heart. So Lala Tugzin is a song that will remind you of last year, and everyone just loves it. Did you fall in or out of love? Last year, I would say I stayed in love like this. It was a wave, it was a roller coaster. If you feel huima, just know. And when you feel like it's nice, just know you're going down. So it was a just like life is. What was the best book you read? I didn't read any book. I read 3 chapters of one book, which I'm gonna finish, and I hope that will be the best book I've read. I'm so mad at myself. What was your favorite film? I don't think I have a favorite film, but there's a movie that I watched on Netflix. I forgot what it's called, but it's the most memorable movie that I watched this year, and it has it's like people go on holiday and then they end up on this beach, and then on this beach they age really fast and they can't leave until they die. But it turns out like they're placed there by some pharmaceutical company that experiments on them to test out different medications. It was a weird movie, and I remember that. If I find it, I'm going to put the sticker here so that you can see what it is. I don't remember the name because I just clicked and watched. I didn't even read what it's about. I just found myself watching it. So I'd say that's the most memorable movie that I saw this year. I wouldn't say best movie I've seen. Yeah. What did you do? Oh, what was your favorite meal? My favorite meal this year was Korean noodles. We are still noodling Korean noodles. I had a lot of Korean noodles. What did you do on your birthday? Oh, this year I actually had a surprise birthday. Went for dinner, and the nice thing about where we went for dinner was that there was a live singer, and because at my table was set up with like balloons, happy birthday, my name, I got like a special happy birthday Notando. Oh, that was so sweet. Shem, I was happy. Okay, what kept you sane? What kept me sane this year has been, I didn't go to my friends. Let me say my friends. My friends have kept me sane this year. Who was the best person you met this year? I do know who the best person I met this year was. It was my current boss. I never thought I would, like everything that I've learned about the industry, how tough bosses are, how they make you feel. I've never thought I'd meet someone whose personality works well with my personality. Like the chillest, most experienced boss, always ready to teach, calm. It's also like, remember I said that being in the construction industry sometimes it's just bland because no one laughs, but like he makes jokes, and I'm just like, there's people like me. Like you can make a joke in the meeting, like, and it can be funny, and it doesn't have to be like a weird sexist Afrikaans joke. It can be a lame one and people can So I met that's the best person I met this year, my boss. He rewired and gave me a different perspective of the industry and how to tackle things. When I start getting like flustered and stressed, he's like, why? Like, you need to relax, girl. Don't worry about that. Don't overwork yourself. Don't check your emails past a certain time. He is so chilled. It's like I feel like I'm working in a different division that is not like I'm in a different industry altogether. So that's the best person I met this year. Yeah, I almost skipped over that. My boss. I didn't think they exist in the construction industry. And I'll always put this disclaimer: we experience people differently. Someone else might have had this interaction with him and not like felt the way I do. About Abafani, we experience people differently. Always remember that. So you might say, hey, I want to work with your boss, and you might think he sucks. It's life, you know. What did you change your mind about? I enjoyed being a QS this year. I never thought that would happen. I changed my mind about me feeling like I'm not fit for this career. I literally thought that I will just be a QS that's mediocre, roll with the punches, and then find an alternative career path. But this year, for the first time, I felt the click, and I felt like maybe I didn't make a mistake. And I don't care where this career takes me. I'm very adaptable to change. But I changed my mind about me never ever being a good QS, which is nice. I'm getting emotional. Who should you thank for what they did for you last year? Everyone who played a role in my life. I'd like to thank you so much for playing a role. Yeah, everyone had a little. There's nothing big happened that I have to thank one specific person. So yeah. How well did you take care of your body, mind, and soul? I took care of my body when I could, not as great as I would like to. I need to, like next year now, I need to make working out not be an option. Like it should be, you have to, like, because, and I'm seeing the changes on my body, which is scary. So I took care, I tried, I did try though, but I just wish I could be a bit more consistent. I had too many waves of like highs and then lows and then highs. I just want to be like that so that it's a lifestyle. Mind, body, and soul. I didn't do a lot of soul or inner work or emotional whatever, so I think I can up that a notch this year. I need to maybe meditate a bit more, focus on spirituality, read more books that are about self-help and all of that. I think this will be the year for that again, because I am that person. When did you feel the most alive? I felt the most alive when I'd have debriefings with my boss and I'd get like good feedback. I'm like yeah. And this is the first, because usually I felt most alive when I was at a photo shoot or doing some campaign work. So for the first time, I felt the most alive at work when I achieved my goal. Have you been unfair to anyone? I don't think so. Nope. Who do you need to forgive? I think I've forgiven the people I need to forgive. How can you be kind to yourself? I can be more kind to myself by being lenient with not knowing what's next for me. I found myself really frustrated with myself for not knowing what I want to do. Like I'd be so mad that I don't have this clarity in my mind, like what's the next step? Do you want to go this direction? Do you want to go that direction? What do you want? So I feel like I can be more kind to myself by allowing myself not to know what's next, and maybe praying and asking God for direction and clarity. But I literally can be kind to myself by not being frustrated with myself for not knowing what to do or where to go. Because yeah, a lot of times I was so like, I felt my mind felt a bit clouded, like I don't know. And sometimes just being and taking each day as it comes is also moving. Like it doesn't have to, you don't have to have a clear vision of the next 16 years to come. So I think I can be more kind to myself when I have moments of not knowing what's next on the pipelines, So what did you do that you thought you never would? I enjoyed my career. Number one, I thought I'd never do that. I am very hopeful about being a QS. I am also registered as a candidate quantity surveyor. Well, I'm almost done. So this means I can finally talk about that. Like I never thought I was going to do it because I wasn't sure about where I stand. Ish, guys, life is not linear. So that's what I did that I never thought I'd do. What was the best gift you received? The best gift that I received, I almost said I don't remember or not, I don't know. But it was these purple shoes from Zara that Nico bought me for my birthday. That's the best gift I received. I love those shoes. I've only worn them once, but I love them. They so like I don't know. They look and feel like shoes that I dreamed of as a kid. Like the purple is like royalty. It's like, yeah, that's the best gift I received last year. A really cool thing you created this year. I don't think I created anything this year that I think is cool. Okay, I'm just gonna skip it. Life, it is what it is. What was the nicest thing someone did for you? The nicest thing someone did for me was, I don't know, like my friends listen to me. Birthday gifts? Did I get any birthday gifts? Yes, I did. Yeah, just I'm sorry if there's something that you really did that was big and I'm not remembering. What is the nicest thing you did for someone else? This year I don't think I did nice things for people. That's so sad. I hope my kindness, but I can't remember anything specific or big or like, wow, You did that for people. Yeah, I don't remember. What do you wish you had done more of? I wish I had done more reading. I wish I had done more consistent working out. That's what I wish I had done more of. But overall, kind of happy with how this year turned out. How did you use your space/personal time, and are you happy about your decision? I cooked more. I'm a cooker now. I'm not happy with my decision. I felt like there was an overlap. Sometimes work would really be hectic and it would consume my mind more than it should, but not in a stressful way, because I knew what I needed to do, which is a nice thing. It's just that I had a lot of it to do. So I didn't make time for actual hobbies. Like, it wasn't like, oh yeah, on Tuesdays I'm going for tennis, or on Thursdays I have my pottery class. I wish I did a hobby more, like things like that I like about hobbies. Yeah. So I'm not really happy about that. A lot of my spare time is also used to do work that is educational. So it's work at the end of the day. It's work. Which 3 words would you use to describe last year? 3 words I would use to describe last year are interesting, number 1. Number 2, challenging, in the sense that I got to see parts of my personality that I didn't think existed. So there was a bit of a, hey, you got a blind spot and here is how you are. You're not always nice. So I'd say that. So self-discovery, challenging, and growth, and peaceful, and fulfilling, and wholesome. It's a lot of words put into one. It's just like life, living. The one word that I can use is living, being alive. I was alive. And what's the other? There was one about, what are you grateful for? Oh, the best gift I have ever received. The best gift I have ever received is the gift of life. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be healthy. I'm grateful to exist. Oh, I'm not answering these questions alright. And what's the one thing you thought you'd never do? So the one thing that I also thought I'd never do is buy a home. And now I am very open to that idea, and I'm looking towards that. Ugh, editing this is going to be a mess. But yeah, so I never thought I'd be at a point where I want to buy a home, because I thought maybe I'd be living in another country at some point. But I'm just taking each day as it comes, each year as it comes, and I think I'm ready. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later in another video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, I'll leave the link to this article in the description. You can answer the questions for yourself, maybe write them down in your journal, and then see how you evolve throughout the different years. These are also very nice journal prompts, and a way to introspect on the year. Thank you so much for watching. See you later in another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.